Behold, your dungeon heart. Protect it well, for if it is destroyed, you will be banished forever from this land. Here walks the goodly Lord Antonius. 'Tis he who holds the precious portal gem, but only when you've mustered strength sufficient should you challenge him and claim your prize. Lair. Hatchery.
Okay.
First, there's money to be made. Click on the flashing seam of gold. Your imps will dig out the area you designate.
Okay, so I'm actually going to not just say how to do everything, because the game does a pretty good job at teaching you how to play. So I think I would let the game do most of the talking. So I guess right now we need to get gold. So we'll just go ahead and tag areas, and these areas are where our imps are going to go and mine out. So our imps are these little guys here.
And now your faithful servant imps will carry back your gold to Dungeon Heart.
Yep.
Once
Just
here,
like
it can
you
be
said.
spent. The golden scale
Center
atop the
this
screen
little
keeps track of your reserves. A start indeed, but more gold is required. 12,000 units should be mined. Observe. Red flowers float above your imps. These give measure to their health. Their skill acquired and reflect the simple thoughts within.
Okay. So a little bit more about the imps is you'll see circles above their heads, as well as, I guess, the little petals that are kind of next to the circle. Those circles actually have a 1 inside of it. Don't know if you can see them very well. But those circles will actually start to fill up, and when they fill up, your imps will gain levels, and they can mine faster. And at some levels, they'll get special abilities, like at 4, they'll get haste. So,
Excellent work, Keeper. You are ready to recruit more creatures to your cause. See? A portal near your dungeon heart, to where your imps must dig. They'll claim this portal to be yours. You'll see what beasts emerge.
so in most RTSs, you build
Your
like
dungeon
buildings,
heart is full of gold. No more than 16,000 can it hold.
like barracks, and then you train soldiers, or like Marines or Knights or what have you. But in this game, you claim portals, and then the game gives you stuff. Sorta. It depends on what rooms you have built, but that's kind of how it works. So when I claim this portal, the game will give me units, and the units actually just go around and do whatever they want. You can't control them. You kind of can, but we'll get more into that later.
Behold your portal, the gate through which new creatures enter your domain, drawn forth to use the rooms which you provide.
So we'll wait around and we'll get some guys come check out my dungeon.
Look
It's
well.
pretty cool.
A goblin has entered your domain. On his own, he is a cowardly beast, but in a horde becomes a useful fighting force.
So here's the first creature of the game. He's a goblin. His name is
Your
Wart.
goblins need a lair where they
Checking
shall
out
sleep.
Wart.
Tag
His
the flashing
job
area
is
to
being
guide your
idle,
imps to dig
much like
sufficient
my job
space.
right now. Okay, so we need to give him a place to sleep. So all creatures require a place to sleep, and their bed takes up 1 square. So let's see, this is a 5x3, so it should have 15 beds in it. Something like that. If I can do math. So if you don't build them a lair, they'll get pissed off and eventually they'll leave. Sometimes they'll rebel too, which is really fun. But we don't really have to worry about that too much. There's a few things you can do with them. You can pick them up.
You've picked a creature up. To drop him, right-click anywhere on your land.
And drop them. That's one way of getting your people to get around. Another way comes later in the game. And we'll talk about it when we get there. But picking them up and dropping them is like the primary way of getting them around. So what this imp is doing is once they mine out stuff, they have to claim the land. And you have to claim it before you can build on it. Also, we have mana up here. We don't have any spells yet, but we will get them later. So right now we have a mana upkeep of 28, which is coming from the imps. And 105 or 106 or 107 now, because each tile you claim gets you one more mana per second. And it caps out at 500.
Good.
So
Now
here's our
build.
stuff.
Click
Layer
on the
costs
flashing
300
tab to see the
per
choice of
square.
rooms. Select the symbol of the bed. Then make a lair that's big enough to hold as many creatures as can be attracted through your portal. 3 by 5 will prove sufficient. Remember,
You'll
such
see he'll make a bed.
constructions cost you gold.
Every once in a while he'll get tired, so
Your
he'll go
lair
and
is
sleep.
built. Now right-click to cancel building mode.
Yep, already did that. Now tell me to build my hatchery. Come on. There's just 2 goblins in here now.
Your goblins are rested, but hungry. Dig out the flashing area and build a hatchery for food. Just as you built a lair for sleep.
So you can do a few other things too, like you can slap them.
A slap. To
And if you
administer
slap
another,
them, it'll make them move
right-click on
faster.
any of your creatures, then watch. They'll toil a little faster, but also suffer modest injury.
Yeah. Kind of makes them move around faster. I don't know if it makes them do more damage or anything. But I don't know. I usually don't slap them. It's kind of mean to get slapped, you know? So I'll slap them. This stuff here, you can't dig through. It's just like solid wall. So it has to be like dirt like
Must
this.
build a hatchery.
It's another thing.
Click here.
Hatchery.
Select the symbol of the chick. Then click over empty tiles of land you've claimed to build the hatchery. Good progress, Keeper. See? Your goblins are well rested in their lair, and their bellies full with juicy chicken flesh. Now keep watch, for very soon more goblins will arrive, and then your numbers will be strong enough to challenge Lord Antonius.
So this is the second building in the game, which is the hatchery. And just like he said, every once in a while they'll get hungry, and then they'll come here and eat a chicken, I guess. And the building just produces chickens. Doesn't cost you anything except for to place the building down, so not cool. Most rooms need to be a 3x3 in order for them to be functional. Well, some rooms do. I don't think the hatchery needs to be a 3x3, but I think it greatly benefits for being a 3x3, so there's not much of a point to not do it. The layer
I sense a breach.
doesn't have to be a
The servants of
3x3.
Antonius have broken through your wall.
So here's a
and you can
couple
move your gaze
dwarves.
to see them now by right-clicking on the flashing blade.
They are kind of like the imps for the good people. They can tunnel
Who, feeble
through
as they
stuff.
are, pose little threat against your goblins.
They're not very good fighters. So here's our dudes fighting. As he said, the goblins are okay when you have a bunch of them.
The hapless
Or when they
enemy
fight with the other
dwarfs
people.
are being crushed. Observe the white health flowers which appear above them. When they're near to death, you'll see that only one last petal shows.
But most of the time the goblins will just flee from things. So, when you fight people, you get them down to that last petal of health, and they'll be unconscious until they eventually bleed out. Your people can be knocked out like that as well, and if they are, imps will try and come and bring them back to their room and try and save them. So that's kind of cool. If you have a prison, you'll actually drag enemies off to a prison, and you can do some stuff from there, which is fun as well. We don't have any of that stuff yet, which kind of sucks, but you can't hope for too much in the first level of the game, right? So I think we have enough people to
Your goblin force is large
do
enough to
stuff.
challenge Lord
Yeah.
Antonius for his portal gem.
I think we just got
Tunnel
another one.
north and you will find your smug opponent skulking in his keep.
So go ahead and break this wall down. I don't need the gold. And we'll go ahead and see if we can find him and kill him.
Away, Keeper! You shall not taint Smilesville with your evil ways!
He speaks. The feeble Lord Antonius. See how the petals of his white health flower are of a special shape. This marks him down as your prime target. Take him out.
Zoom in a little bit. Get some action shots. Get out of there, imp. Like, I actually leveled up. So you see they get sparkles, they level up. They do
Bravo,
enough.
Keeper. Lord Antonius
did it.
is fallen. The portal gem lies aside his helpless form, in wait for Horny to collect it, so it's yours. And comes he now.
Now I don't know if the video is gonna cut out again. I think so because I'm gonna hit a loading screen. So, anyways, this will be the first level, and I guess I will see you guys in the intro to the next one. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe I won't. Maybe it will not cut out. It's a mystery.
Devise new spells in the library. The training room lets creatures improve their combat skills.